Hey, what's up? Car here, founder over at Nightlink. So, in this video, I'll be breaking down the case study of how we helped our client Delta generate $1.72 million in 6 months with email marketing. So, if you are a founder, owner of a DTC e-commerce store, or you help with the marketing, this is going to be a go-to video because I'm going to show you exactly how we're able to use email marketing to take them from making little to no money with it and having a really poor customer retention strategy in place, all the way to $1.72 million in sales while attributing to 60% of their overall revenue within just 6 months. So let's dive right into it. So a little bit more about Delta, right? They are a beverage-based brand that provide a healthy alternative to your traditional alcohol. What they do is they infuse CBD and THC into a drinkable form, so it gives you that buzz versus that typical hangover that you tend to get after drinking. And there's a whole wide range of consumers and a market that loves this product. Definitely check them out if you guys haven't. They're doing amazing things, amazing brand, really killing it. So the first thing that we made sure to tackle for them was the top of the funnel, which is the pop-up. So here are the three things that we look for when we actually create that pop-up. Number one, we want to go ahead and make sure we have a compelling offer. Number two, an engaging design with concise copy. And then three, we want to do a bunch of testing to make sure we have the best pop-up in place. So here's an example of what a really good pop-up would look like. So as you can see, it's very easy on the eyes, very good designed email. Good copywriting right here. We're feeling peachy, straight to the point, concise, letting me know exactly what my offer is. And yeah, so the reason why the pop-up is super important because this is what determines all the traffic you generate to the site, if they're going to stay in shop with you guys, or if they're going to end up leaving shopping with your guys' competitors, right? So when we are able to maximize their overall attention that comes onto the site, we want to make sure we can actually turn that into some sort of sale or at least get their email. And the best way we can do that is making sure we actually have a good pop-up. So it is really important that we are actually able to capture their attention and do it at a very optimal rate. And that's exactly where our pop-up is going to be our best friend. So I want you to check it out for yourself. So Delta, their overall opt-in rate was hovering around that 9.6%. So typically e-commerce stores tend to really be in that 2 to 6% range. Our clients are able to do way higher in that 8 to 12, right? But for Delta, before they started working with us, they were doing around 4.5 to 5%. But when we came in, we were able to double that all the way to 9%. So our first step in making sure we were actually able to do this was having a very clear, compelling offer. We tested a bunch of different options. We tested the free shipping, dollar discounts, product giveaways. But what we found that worked the best was actually that 10% off their first purchase incentive. And this was because it offered a whole bunch of versatility to work across different cart sizes. And it didn't add that extra operational complexities or negatively impact their overall cart value. Another thing was making sure that we optimize the user experience for different device, right? This is often very looked, and majority of your in-house teams or agencies are not going to be able to do this and adapt to the content and layout to the user's device. So desktop offer a lot more real estate. So allowing for different type of content presentation is going to be a lot better than what would actually work for mobile. And here are the what not to do's, right? So you want to go ahead and make sure that number one, display the discount code on the success page. The reason we don't want to do this because it can lead to a potential misuse of the discount code. Even if the code is displayed on the success page, anyone who visits that page can easily copy it and use it, even if they didn't qualify for the discount. This can result in a loss of revenue for Delta and negatively impact the profitability, but it is best to provide the discount code through a targeted email or a customer-specific communication to ensure that it's only used by the intended recipients, right? Additionally, this approach does not allow for tracking of who did not or used the code. Number two, not having that bottom form page. Having a footer is very important collecting emails because the offer is really important, but it provides them an opportunity to opt in and receive that discount. But at the same time, it makes sure you are able to increase the chance of engagement. And then three, having that double opt-in enabled, right? This truly does depend on the size of your brand. But if you're a 7-8 figure brand, the majority of the time is we want this disabled because having the double opt-in enabled can create a barrier for customers to receive their discount code. But by disabling this opt-in, customers can easily subscribe and receive the discount with any additional steps, increasing the likelihood of conversions. However, for enterprises, having it enabled helps because it lowers the levels of fake profiles, also known as bots, and ensures only legitimate subscribers are added to the email list, helping maintain an overall high-quality subscriber-based list and reduces the spam of risk complaint and deliverability issues. The biggest thing that I can preach, which helped us generate a lot for them and that you want to do yourself, is test, right? What you think is better, it can always be done better, right? And there's always room for growth. So here are a list of the things that we tested for Delta, all the way from testing different colors, size, and placements, the placements of the pop-up, the timings, the frequency, all that good stuff. Very important for us to make sure that we're testing at all times and not being complacent with what we do. So now what happens after they sign up and the pop-up is dialed, right? It comes to flows. So the flows are automated emails that are set up. Once you set them up, they're based on their triggers on the action, and they will go through these certain processes. So there's pre-purchase and post-purchase. So number one email is the welcome flow, right? The welcome email gets triggered right after they subscribe over. And this email is probably the most important email you send out. It tends to generate the high sales, set the brand reputation, and determine how engaged your subscribers will be. We got to keep this one short, friendly, and informative. We got to go and make sure we can introduce ourselves and the brand and provide information about what the subscribers can expect from our emails. We want to make sure that we actually have a proper trigger added in place. And one thing that we did was add this trigger that essentially sent over the email with a different subject line if the customer didn't open the first one, which was a huge one for us. And then third, we didn't just push the incentive within this welcome flow or the emails itself. We actually provide a ton of value by letting them what our unique selling points are, what the reviews are, and the background of the brand. We want to go to make sure it's actually refreshing. If we're just shoving constant discounts down their throat, no one's going to want to buy, right? It's very hard. We don't want to do that. Next come the abandonment flows. It comes in three ways, right? The browse abandonment, cart abandonment, and checkout abandonment. So what the browse abandonment does is that it targets users who have navigated to our website and they browse the products, right? But they left before making that purchase. This triggers a series of automated emails with personalized product recommendations to entice them right back and actually end up making a purchase. So this is something that Delta didn't have. And once we incorporated them, we were able to generate around $15,000 every single month. But majority of brands, since they don't actually have this flow, and if they do, number one, the trigger's either set up wrong or they just didn't even do it right? So the first flow that they will be automatically entered into is the welcome flow. So right after they sign up, they get their discount code, right? It's going to come into the welcome email. And this email is probably the most important email you will send out. This email tends to generate the highest sales, set the brand reputation, and determine how engaged your new subscribers will be. So it's important for us to go ahead and make sure we can keep this one short, friendly, and informative. Make sure we're introducing ourselves and the brand and provide information about what the subscribers can expect from us. Two, we actually added a trigger within this, right? It wasn't just simple flows itself. We added this certain trigger that would send the email with a different subject line if the customers didn't open the first one. This was a game changer for us. And then the third thing that we did was throughout this entire flow, right, and all the emails, we didn't just constantly push the incentive. We actually provided a ton of value to the email list and provided a bunch of content such as USPs, reviews, and the background of the brand. We also used a ton of plain text throughout the emails to give it that really personal touch and to really establish that good connection within our email list to make it feel like that genuine conversation. Next come the abandonment flows, right? There's three types. It's going to be browse abandonment, cart abandonment, and checkout abandonment. So what the browse abandonment does is it targets users who have navigated to your site and browsed the product, but they left before making a purchase. This triggers a series of automated emails with personalized product recommendations to entice the customer to come back and make a purchase. This is actually something Delta did not have set up. But once we went in and created this, they're able to generate around $15,000 extra every single month. A majority of brands tend to don't have this. And if they do, they either set up the trigger wrong or they're approaching it in a completely wrong way. So for Delta, we made sure that this flow had around 4 emails. So you don't want to overdo it with the amount of emails. So anything in that 7 to 8 email range for this flow is not going to be recommended. Second was the cart abandonment, right? This flow is designed to target users who have added items to their cart but didn't complete the purchase. It sends a series of reminders and incentives to encourage the customer to return and complete the transaction. By addressing any sort of hesitations or concerns the customer may have, you can actually increase the conversion rate and recover potential lost revenue. So what we did was we used kind of common objections that people would give to Delta. So one of them was, is this legal? Should I get the light version? Is this the correct dosage for me? We addressed all these common objections throughout these emails and we saw a huge conversion. So that's something you definitely want to incorporate for your own brand. And then the third was the checkout abandonment, right? This flow serves as a follow-up for users who entered the checkout process but didn't complete their purchase. It aims to address any concerns or obstacles they may have encountered during the checkout process and provide them with incentives to complete the transaction. By utilizing a sequence of targeted emails that highlight the benefits of proceeding with the purchase and offering assistance if needed, you can actually increase the revenue of converting those abandoned checkouts into complete purchase, ultimately boosting the overall revenue. This is something they had set up, but we had to optimize it, right? We had to redesign the emails and restructure them. So the first thing that we did was actually remove the discount code in the first email. We wanted to see if we could convert them into buyers just by sending reminders. Then we redesigned the emails to be a lot more simple. We also adjusted the timing of the emails to ensure that they were not sent too frequently and to not overwhelm the overall customer. And then additionally, we included clear and concise call to actions. You don't want to have a bunch of CTAs that are different within each email. So you want to have the same one so it doesn't confuse your customer out, right? And it makes it a lot easier to proceed with their overall purchase. Here's a little gift for you guys. Forgot something. And then here comes the post-purchase flows, right? So we just went through the pre-purchase. So what happens after they purchase, right? Now we have these flows that are going to help them convert from one-time buyers into recurring buyers. So the first one is first-time post-purchase flows. Second is recurring post-purchase. Third is the review flow. Fourth is the sunset flow. So these flows are what helped us overall increase customer engagement and loyalty, right? So the first post-purchase flow aims to thank the customer for their purchase and provide them with any necessary support. The recurring post-purchase flow focuses on engaging customers and encouraging them to make future purchases by offering exclusive discounts and rewards. The review flow prompts customers to leave feedback or just overall reviews, helping us to build that trust and social proof. And then lastly, the sunset flow targets customers who haven't made a purchase in a while and tries to win them back, offering a personalized incentive or reminders. And if it doesn't, then they are automatically removed off the email list. So having these flows set up, some of them, right, we have to go in and actually optimize them and add some of them that they didn't have. So what we did to optimize them was we analyzed the customer behavior and engagement data. By understanding how customers were interacting with these flows and where they were dropping off, we were able to accurately identify the areas of improvement. So, for example, on the first post-purchase, right, we had to break it up where the copy was more concise and to the point, as our data showed that customers were less likely to engage with longer emails. Additionally, we made sure to segment our customers based on their purchase history and preferences so that the discounts and rewarded offered in the recurring post-purchase flow were personalized and relevant to each individual customer. This not only increased the effectiveness of the flow, but also enhanced the customer experience overall. Again, there's a very recurring theme of these A/B tests. So we also conducted a bunch of A/B testing to experiment with different messages and incentives, allowing us to fine-tune these flows and maximize their overall effectiveness. And one flow that helped us a lot was the review flow, right? Because not only did it engage customers to leave feedback, but also helped us gather valuable insights about the product and the services. This feedback helped us identify areas of improvement and make necessary changes to enhance the overall customer experience, and also gave us the positive feedback to use in our testimonials as to display social proof and get those people to go over the edge and actually purchase the product, right? Then, next step, the flows are taken care of, pop-ups taken care of. The biggest needle mover is going to be your campaigns. So what they were doing before us as they were sending very low volume emails 3 times a month with no consistent schedule. The campaigns were also strictly discount focused, making them look like a discount brand, and they were sending to their entire email list. Red flag. You don't want to do that. The design quality was also very poor. So as a result, they're seeing less than 45% open rate with a very volatile click-through rates. Then we came in, and what they were able to see after working with us is that we implemented a consistent campaign calendar, sending 3 to 4 campaigns per week aligned with their social media calendar. We provided value to the email list by sending informational such as frequently asked questions, how-to guides, tips and tricks, and we personalized the campaigns with dynamic content and clear segments to deliver different contests based on the audience, such as using more social proof for engaged but non-purchasing customers. We also improved the design quality by incorporating product images, bold headlines, and clear call to actions. Finally, we implemented a strategic operation and approach for sales cycles and holiday cycles to make sure we were able to maximize the overall impact of our campaigns. So here's some of the results. As you can see, our opt-in rates were really, really good, making sure we targeted all sorts of segments, making sure we had really good click-through rates by having clear CTAs and actually good content within the emails, but more importantly, amazing conversion rates. People loved buying from us. This is exactly what we want to do for a lot of your guys' brands. Then you have all this stuff set up, right? You got the game plan, you got the rocket base set up. You think it's done, right? No, this is only just the beginning. We want to go ahead and make sure we're doing a bunch of A/B testing. The job isn't finished. Once you have your initial setup going, right, the work just doesn't stop. This is exactly where your in-house team or agency is probably struggling. By regularly conducting A/B testing, you can continue optimizing your email campaigns for better results. And you can do this by testing different subject lines, CTAs, content layouts, and see what resonates the best with your audience. Remember, continuous expectation is going to be the key to staying ahead in the game. So yeah, once again, if you are running or help operating a DTC e-commerce brand that's doing 6 to 7 figures a month, we will help you guys add an extra 30 to 50% to your top line in the next 60 days, all on a pay on result basis. If this is something of interest, you can book a call on our website, which should be hyperlinked, or you could directly book a call through our Calendly right here. And then I know you may be asking, Cart, why you guys? Why Nightlink, right? But just to let you know a little bit more, I'm the founder, and we are an email marketing agency that has generated over 3.2 million for our clients. We're a sick team that likes to operate as your personal in-house team to give you that feeling that actually knows all about the ins and outs of everything email related. Also, you can check out some of our case studies and results we've been able to generate for some of the coolest brands in the world on our website right here. But here's some sneak peeks, as you can see. But if you guys want results like this, make sure to just book in through the Calendly or our website, and we can definitely have that demo call and see if there's a fit for us to take you guys to that next level. But yeah, looking forward to hearing back from you guys. Let me know your thoughts on the case study. And yeah, cheers.